Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. Things are a little bit different today because I'm starting off in full drag. I'm challenging myself to do someone else's makeup for the first time today, so welcome to my channel, Karlyne!
Hello!
This is my sister, so I'm going to try to put her in full drag today, and if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, let's get started. Okay, Karlyne, welcome to my channel. Are you happy to be here?
Of course, always super happy.
I'm just gonna take these lashes off. Okay, so is this the first time you're doing drag makeup?
Does crossplay count?
Crossplay is definitely a form of drag.
Yes, then definitely, because I've done that myself.
But crossplay, you're a man, right? So have you ever been full girl drag?
No, I have not.
Okay, so this will be a first.
I'm so excited. So has anyone else come to you for makeup before?
No, I mean, I'm not really a makeup artist. I just kind of know my face. I've never done makeup on anyone else before, so this is actually a first. So hopefully you look human after this.
I'm very honored. I'm very honored.
Yeah, hopefully you look halfway human. Okay, let that dry.
So why do you need to do that?
Well, if you watch my brow blocking video, we're actually removing all the oils and everything on the brow so that when we use the glue stick, it doesn't break up. Have you blocked your brows before?
Never ever.
Huh? Oh, this is your first time you're blocking brows?
Yeah. I feel like I have so little brows that there's no need to block.
Yeah, but they're quite fine, so they're quite easy to just lay down this way. Mine are quite thick, that's why I have to comb mine up.
Yeah, so I've never done drag before, but I've always been super fascinated by it because I also cosplay.
So my sister is a huge cosplayer. She has amazing looks, which we will put up here. How old were you when you started cosplaying?
When I left high school, so maybe about 17 or 18 was when I first met friends who were into cosplay. Do
you still cosplay? I know you had some amazing Wonder Woman looks. What's the one with that big robe? I really like that one.
Oh, Lulu from Final Fantasy
Lulu, yeah.
Final Fantasy X, yeah. She's one of my favorite game characters, so I had to bring her to.
Do you still have that robe?
Oh gosh, no.
Oh, I'm not going to give it to me.
You know the funny thing about that? I just literally bought pieces of fur, folded it, and just wrapped it around myself.
Is it?
On top of the
it's nice, right? It's nice.
Yeah.
That's what I did for my Christmas look last year. Do you see?
I remember.
Is this a basic white dress and then I just got this fur trim and just safety pinned it all around.
That's the joy of, drag and cosplay. It's really very DIY.
Yeah. I mean, drag is definitely a form of cosplay. There are a lot of drag queens who do cosplay as well.
Yeah, God, I love them.
I'd love to do cosplay too, but I just find that for cosplay, you just need to be so detailed. Costume needs to be so specific that if you just miss the mark, it's a bit off. So I haven't committed to actually getting a whole costume for something done. I guess the easiest thing would be a superhero, just a bodysuit or something. But even then, you have to get the placement of the colors and everything, right?
Yeah, right? Correct. Because I've done a few and it's not easy. But I do have some cosplay suggestions for you. So.
Oh, like what?
Do you know KDA? League of Legends is a
Oh yeah. League of Legends has a girl band. Yeah.
So they recently came out with a new music video called MORPHE, I think, and the looks in there are amazing. I think you should do someone like Evelyn.
I want to do Lisa from Blackpink.
Oh my god, do it! Definitely do Lisa from Blackpink.
She's so pretty. I think she's the prettiest one. She's like Posh Spice, but with a personality. Right?
Oh, burn.
Okay, so your eyebrows are gone. Check them out.
Oh my god! That's amazing. Even less eyebrows than before. So can I touch it? Oh wow, it's flat.
Yeah, it's supposed to flatten it. Okay, and now I'm just going to prime your skin. So actually a lot of people say that we look alike. Do you think?
I think out of all 4 siblings, we look alike.
Yeah, so I guess I gave myself the best chance with this drag makeup by getting basically a girl who looks just like me.
Actually, when I did my cosplay and I took photos of myself, I was like, wow, I look like Victoria Wonder Snatch. Oh, Victor Wonder Snatch. Snatch Wonder. Snatch Wonder.
So basically today what we're going to do, I'm just going to give you a very neutral looking face, a bit like mine, and we're taking inspiration actually from one of your dolls, right? So there's rainbow streaks on the face. So we're going to be doing some rainbow tears today.
Excellent.
Yeah. We also had quite a lot of similar interests when we were young, right?
Oh wow.
Both of us were avid drawers.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were young?
I like to draw a lot, draw our own comics.
Yeah, I used to draw your stupid penguins, remember?
My soft toys! Yeah. My soft toys went on adventures in comic books.
Yeah, so you had these soft toys at Penguin, remember? We called them Pinky the Penguin.
Yeah, Pinky.
And then I had this whole comic book that I drew for them.
Yes, I really remember that.
And then I had this dolphin.
Oh yes, I remember. So apart from that, we also used to like game a lot together.
Yes. A lot of fighting games and Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember I used to play that at home.
Gosh. But actually our whole family is into comic books.
Yeah, we grew up reading stuff like X-Men, Power Pack, all the sudden at 5. So I was a really big comic book nerd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Everyone's gone.
Yeah, erasing the face. And now we're just going to put some concealer. Do you do your own makeup?
I do.
When you do your cosplay?
Oh yeah, I definitely do for my cosplay, but it's never as, I don't think it's ever as full on as drag makeup. Because the cosplays I do, I try to make it look as realistic as possible.
So after high school, what do you do? You were in Australia for a very long time, right?
Yeah, I went there to do animation and also, strangely enough, fashion design.
Yeah, so animation and fashion design.
Yeah.
So cool. I wish I could do all that. I was so jealous when you went. Those are things that I wanted to do, and I had to end up going to do other things.
Well, but what are you doing now?
Yeah, everyone's told me that you have to do all those professional degrees before you can do this, and this is the time I have to do this, right? Yeah.
No, I think it's a great time, and you've come so far, and your art is amazing.
Yeah, thank you. We're both so creative. We really need to
have an outlet.
Yeah. So why did you do both fashion design and animation? You did animation first, right?
I did animation first.
And then but you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I decided it wasn't for me. Like, as much as I love the process of storytelling, animation is just a really, really hard industry as well. Even in Singapore, it's not easy to find a career doing it. And then ultimately in those 2 degrees, I didn't end up doing my work. Now I'm like a TV producer.
TV producer, even better.
Yeah.
Produce a show for me.
Oh, okay. How are you finding doing someone else's makeup for the first time?
Really not so bad. Quite fun, and I can see everything. Rather than me, when I find when I'm doing my own makeup, I'm concentrating on like one spot and not looking at the whole thing at once. But when I do you, it's like I really look at the whole thing. Go in and be brave and try to draw on some new brow. I like to do my brows with creams first, and so it's easy to correct any mistakes.
How dark is this?
This is like super dark.
Usually with brows, like I paint my own dolls, right? So I usually like to do like a light color.
A light color first. I like to go straight. No, look at me. So you mentioned you paint dolls?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah. So when you start doing your dolls?
I started collecting them actually around the time I started doing cosplay.
But you only recently got really into it, right?
I took a break for like 9 years and I recently got back into it. And it's just one of those other hobbies that you can do everything, design, style and create an entire look.
Yeah, like drag.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's drag for dolls.
Yes.
Yeah, and your Instagram is really poppin'. Check it out. Check your Instagram out. It's called Past Revoked.
Thank you.
At Past Revoked. Surpassed mine already.
Don't mention this so very, very creepy. Ooh, pointy noses. Ooh.
This is called the prison bars. Your face behind prison bars. Because it's like two straight parallel lines on your face.
I see.
Trixie Mattel calls hers a white worm swimming in a pool of mud.
Ooh, it's as sharp as my nose has ever been.
Okay, and now let's just set all that with powder. Okay, so what I usually like to do is I like to go in with the highlights first, using the white. This is white mixed with no colour, so it's not like, definitely white, but it helps to highlight me.
So you use different coloured setting powder?
Yeah, I use a mixture, and then after that you go in with the rest of the powders to contour.
I never realised how long this process is until you're actually sitting in the chair.
Yeah, this is called beating the face.
Ooh, ooh.
Set all the creams in place. Okay, and then we let that bake for a while.
Nice.
Brush off all this excess powder. And let's just go into some bronzer first to add some colour back into the face.
Do you think our other siblings will be up for this?
If you're doing well, Dwayne, our brother Dwayne is a underwear model. do you think we have a second sister?
I don't know. We should totally convince her. If you're watching this, Jay,
you're next. So that was contour. This will give yourself some color. Nice, huh? Now I'm just gonna chisel this out with some darker brown.
Yes, please give me cheekbones.
So let's talk about some LGBT stuff.
Yeah, sure.
How do you identify? Actually, I don't think we've ever like sat down and talked about this like as a family, right?
No.
Yeah, our family is not really the type that sits around and talks about these things. But how do you identify? How about you?
I would actually say that I'm bisexual. So I like both men.
But yes, gender?
Gender? Oh, definitely cis.
Cis.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've had friends who've been sending me articles about being agender as well. And then sometimes when I read it, I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, I can see myself as that.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like it doesn't matter to me if it's easier to just call me a woman because I present myself as one.
Same here. I mean, sometimes I really definitely think I subscribe more to the non-binary than anything else, but because I present so much as a cis male and that's how the world perceives me and that's how I experience life, it's very hard to actually claim non-binary. I think,
Yeah.
Even though I do drag and like in drag like 3 days out of the week.
I have a strong feeling like, cosplay when I started doing really helped me start questioning things about gender as well.
Yeah, I think that's really the magic of drag, because that's what happened when I started doing drag too. So like I really started questioning a lot of things about gender, about the binary and everything, and I think it really also increases your empathy a lot when you start literally walking in the shoes of someone else.
Very, very grateful to have fallen into this hobby for all of both of us.
And I think it's really after I started doing drag that I started really being more involved in activism and stuff. Drag really helped me find my voice and find a purpose.
That's amazing. So what are some of the things you're doing on activism?
I mean, you've been to my shows, you've helped out at my shows, right? We did Wonder Snatch, it's a Christmas cabaret, and October Snatch was a Oktoberfest party. Yeah, and you helped me with the merch booth and everything, and all the proceeds all went to charity. That was quite good. No, it's not good, it was a bit harsh. Oh no, not bad.
Hey, nice thing.
Soon. Okay, I'm just gonna lay down some translucent powder here while I work on your eye.
Why do you have to put translucent powder?
In case the eyeshadow falls onto the face, you just sweep it away. And this also helps to snatch the nose a little bit also. When I bring the powder up to the prison bars, okay, and then when I wipe it off later, the nose will look extra skinny.
Ooh.
Okay, and we're gonna be using our kimchi palette, all very neutrals, all very nice neutrals, the same colors that I used on my face. What I do is I go into a very neutral shade first and just draw out the new crease.
Ooh, really new brow bone. So how do you come up with your looks?
Sometimes I'm just inspired by something that I have, like a wig, or a wig that I just built something else completely around it, or an outfit, or an idea. Like for example, when we went home that day, I saw all your doll eyes, and immediately I had to do something with it, and that's how I came up with my Lovecraft look, my Lovecraft slut.
Oh, I love that look so much.
That one was so last minute. I did the Audrey 2 look. It was an inspiration one night and I thought, I have to do it. And immediately I called Salon Black to do the wig and do the whole thing. So sometimes the inspiration doesn't come. I mean, there are days when I feel like, no creative juices. But I think that's true for everyone who has a creative path. But I think for YouTube it's also difficult because you really try to have to push yourself to create and upload regularly. Yeah. Okay, so this is a little bit of a deeper color. I'm just gonna put this on the outside. Deepen up those brows. Just going over the brows again with some eyeshadow so that the colors will pop in the picture. Set that with some SUGARPILL Tako, which is my favorite white eyeshadow. For drag, the most important colors are black and white.
Why black?
Black helps deepen up everything, helps add depth to everything, and really helps to cancel out a lot of things. So, and then I can go with some black. It's a bit messy. Never mind, let's try to blend it away. Let's see whether we can salvage that by cutting the crease. Cutting the crease, I use concealer or eye primer to basically open up the lid space again.
So I noticed you've been doing a lot more collaborations lately with local drag queens.
Yes.
How did you decide to start doing that?
I think that's something I always wanted to do. When I started my channel, it really wasn't supposed to be just me, but I needed some time to actually get comfortable in front of the camera and needed some time to learn how to edit before I actually dared to waste anybody's time to bring them on. But why I wanted to do drag is also I wanted to uplift minority voices, especially LGBTQ voices in Singapore. Yeah, this is a good way to do it. And it also ties in all my interests in, drag and editing. I really like editing. Yeah, so a YouTube channel is really definitely something I thought was a very good avenue.
That's excellent. So who are some of the drag queens in Singapore that we should look out for?
I mean, of course, Becca the Boss, my friend, she's like one of the only few full-time drag queens in Singapore. She's definitely someone who is quite influential in Singapore.
Oh.
That opens up everything.
Yeah.
But Singapore, I think drag is definitely, the culture is definitely not the same as in America or anywhere else in the world where people can actually do this as a full-time gig because there's so much discrimination still. And I think they're not really given good deals in the clubs as well. They're not paid very well. People still don't see it as a viable art form, I think. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money.
Yeah, I think
and drag queens really should be compensated. So.
Exactly. I think you said it very well in the Medusa video. Medusa and Gorgon video where you were likening Drag Race to Project Runway meets Next Top Model.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I feel when I watch Drag Race.
I think Singaporeans generally like drag very much. I think it'd be really cool to have a dedicated space for drag performances.
Oh, that makes a whole world of difference.
Okay, so we've done the under eye, and that makes it a little bit better.
Never looked more beautiful in my life.
Nice, alright?
Yeah, it's super nice. Just adding all the black and the different colours just adds so much dimension to it.
Okay, so let's go in a little bit more bronzer. Close up the face a little bit. I need to add back the colour because we put the translucent powder just now.
I see.
And your face is a little bit rounder than mine, so... See?
Oh!
And then I'm going to go in with a bit of a luminous blush. This is from AOA. This is like $1.
We love our cheap products. Cheap and effective.
You've got nice apples of the cheek, what they call apples of the cheek, to put this shiny blush.
It's very cute.
Huh?
Oh no, it's so shiny too.
Yeah. So now before I go in the lips, we're going to draw in those rainbows. Oh, and I'm taking inspiration from this artist called Camilla Derico. Okay, she's got this really nice baby doll ones with rainbow tears. I know I just did gold tears for my angel look and got called out by Aria Dunn for it, but we all love some tears on our face. I'm just going to do the outline in white first, and then I'm going to mix in, because it looks a bit like this oil slick thing. So it's going to start from there. I think rainbow tears were a big meme around the time of the HAUS nightclub shooting. So really have to pay homage to all the people who did rainbow tears around the time. I guess it's really a message for LGBT violence and how there's still so much violence against LGBT and trans people.
So what are some of your favourite looks?
I think so far my Audrey 2 look is one of my favorites. I really thought that was very successful. I really like my Angel look as well. I really like these very creative looks. Sometimes I feel like just doing a normal beauty face, I'm not like the best at it.
The normal beauty face.
Yeah. And I think it's because the proportions, and everyone has such a strict definition of beauty. You have to be able to meet those standards. Whereas if you're doing a creative thing, there's a lot more leeway to express yourself.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's the same thing with cosplay, right? So cosplay, you got to be like so specific. You get one thing wrong, you get the entire internet saying, that's not the color of her hair, or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's very true. So who are some of your favorite, one, beauty makeup artists, and two, creative makeup artists?
I think beauty makeup artists definitely someone like Miss Fame. Yeah, Miss Fame has definitely been very inspirational. Creative makeup artists, I really like this makeup artist called Pompberry. I've referenced her several times. She's really detailed, like special effects kind of stuff on her channel. How about you? Do you follow any makeup artists?
Mostly follow doll makeup artists, but then they also draw inspiration from actual makeup artists.
Yeah, there's one doll makeup artist really called Hextian. Yeah. He does a lot of drag stuff and pop culture stuff. He does everything from scratch. Have you ever tried doing that?
As in create the doll?
Like he'll get a Monster High doll and change it completely. He'll take out the hair and he'll use yarn to make new hair. Have you ever tried that?
No, I have not. That's like on my list of things to try.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just about finished with this Spooky Rainbows. rainbow tears. Just gonna line your lips. Do you wear a lot of makeup normally?
No, I probably used to when I was younger.
It's quite cute.
No.
Huh? That's cute.
I love it. I love it.
Huh?
Very pouty. It looks so fabulous.
Yeah, look, it's quite cute, huh? Oh, for the first time. We're just gonna take a break now. I'm gonna draw these rainbows on my face and be back at the finished look. Okay? Say bye. And these are finished looks. How do you think we did?
I think we did fantastically.
Do you think we'll win the makeover challenge on RuPaul's Drag Race? This is a Rainbow Explosion 80s punk rock babies. Do you have a good time today, Karlyne?
Definitely a very good time. Everyone should be doing this. Drag.
Everyone should do drag at least once. Alright, and if you like that video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. This look is actually in preparation for a future video, so stay tuned. Karlyne's going to be back to help me vlog something very, very special for Christmas. Alright? Say bye, Karlyne.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time. Okay, now we do a montage. Alright, bye! Watch my other videos. I did an interview with Arya Dunn right up there, blocking your face. And an eczema video. Bye!